It's a lot easier to win the game if you've nailed the top of the funnel. Why is that most important part of the funnel? I would actually call you top of funnel. That would be your nickname because you shine at the top of the funnel. I think that's probably one of your magic powers. So if somebody understands, briefly what the funnel is, would you agree with this statement? The top of the funnel is the most important. And if you do agree with that, why? Why is that the most important part of the funnel?
Well, I definitely think the top of funnel is the most important part of the funnel because really what you have to do is you have to create an offer, a message to market match, like you mentioned. You have to create an offer for a specific audience. And that offer is either going to, help them by solving a problem, or it's going to help them achieve a desired result. So for example, with your expired funnel, and I'd be curious as to what your offer was, but your offer could be to help them sell their home for more money, right? Achieve a desired result, or solve a problem. Their home can't sell, so you're going to get them a guaranteed offer or a guaranteed sale. So that's the example. And you're targeting people with a specific problem. Expireds, literally, those people have a problem. They tried to sell their house and they couldn't sell it. So it's a clear way to identify a customer, identify a problem in the marketplace, identify an opportunity in the marketplace, and put an offer in front of them and get them to respond to you in order to either get more information, give you their email address, give you their address, give you their phone number, in exchange for information that's going to help them, right? What was your offer, by the way, on your expired funnel?
Is my value proposition. So for me, I had a value proposition that was aligned and tweaked over time. So it was originally it changed, and I think that's important for people to know that it changed. In the end, it was your home sold guaranteed, and it had an amount of days tied to that, and it had risk reversal. And so when people would land on my page, I had all of the components that you have to have on a sales page, right? And so, a funnel is going to be at the top of the funnel. You have your ad, which is what it's the thing that's going to get attention. And I think people got to understand that, you can go offline to online, you can go online to online. There's a lot, I think this is very important, is that there's a lot of ways for people to get into your funnel, right? So getting into your funnel, which is what we refer to as the top of the funnel. And I think you made the statement of problem or desired outcome. We work on principles, right? Affordability, selection on the buy side. I was working with, I don't know if you'd call it certainty, but definitely convenience, right? It's kind of like the Uber. So Uber has a problem in every market they go to. This has been documented that when they go into a market, their challenge is they're trying to serve two people, the driver and the consumer. And the drivers need enough opportunities in order for them to actually take Uber serious, quit their job, and say, hey, I'm going to go drive because I can make a living. And the rider needs to have enough Ubers in order to have convenience, land at the airport, pull up the app, and have someone within a few minutes. And so once they get that magic, their system works. Now they can, but the problem is that problem scales. Every market, they have that same problem, right? And so with marketing, I think it's similar. You're always going to have this buyer and the seller, right? And so at the top of the funnel, I've always had to have two value propositions. And I've been able to go after the seller with the buyer side. And I'll give you an example. My wife just texted me. She said, I got houses to look at, right? The truth is my wife will start the buy process 100% of the time before the sales process. That's what motivates her. And so what I don't want to say, and I want people to understand, and we'll get to this later, is that there's what we call as angles. And I think the person that wins, and this is what funnels are all about. If funnels are all about, being able to invest money into marketing and generate a customer predictably, so you have predictability in your business because you don't have the bottleneck of where you're waiting around for your next referral, hoping that more homes expire. And Woods, I want you to talk about this at some point, but it's about math. So when it comes to the top of the funnel, I want people to realize not only can you have different angles, and that's what makes You can have different angles, different creative. And that's, it is the most important part. If you nail the top of the funnel, then your next step, then you move to the next step. And that, like when I said there's all of this comes down to math. Funnels, the reason why you're building a funnel is because you want to go buy market share. Okay. You don't want to work for it. You want to buy it. And you say, listen, guys, I want to buy it. If you're willing to give me a customer for $400, I'll take 50 of them. That's the goal. Well, the market isn't going to give you a customer for $400. You have to be able to go identify people that are your ideal customer. You have to be able to market to them and get their attention by making them an offer or providing a solution to a problem. And you have to remember that someone who wants to sell their home's problem might be making sure they can buy a new one. It's a lot easier to win the game if you've nailed the top of the funnel. And so how do you know, when you're building a funnel, how do you know, and I know you're the math guy, how do you know when it's nailed for somebody? Like, hey, listen, this is going to work. We just got to work on some of the other aspects. And, what are those aspects as well? Hey, if you enjoyed the short clip to the podcast we did, then here's another short clip that you can watch, or you can watch the entire podcast here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.